Hello everyone! Welcome back to Cruel Reviews Part 2 Final Destination Bloodlines. My guy, oof, we have a big one to talk about here. Now, I do just want to say, before we actually get into it, this sign has been falling for the past 2 weeks. Like, the tape is really good tape, and it just keeps falling off. Like, oh my god. I'm actually gonna have to put new tape on this thing, but that is completely fine. Yeah, I think it is time to actually get some new tape for this thing. But anyways, I think it's time we get into the review because we have a really big review today. If you guys have not seen Bloodlines yet, it is still playing in theaters, so you guys can check that out in theaters. It almost has or I think it does have 200 million in the box office. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, here is my overall review on Final Destination Bloodlines. Now, let's start off with the premonition. Really, really good. Not as good as the roller coaster and log truck scene, but it's just the way everything builds up to that big finale where the entire building falls apart. And the story behind Bloodlines as well, like the premonition, is wild. And I was not expecting that to happen with what actually did happen in Bloodlines. I was not expecting this specific thing to happen, but either way, it was still awesome. It was still a great movie. The kills were the best part, man. The kills were absolutely astonishing. The kills were outrageously gory with some of them. And the characters are wild. The characters are intelligent in some ways. The characters are lovable, rememberable, and you actually do care for some of these characters. Uh, Maybe the grandmother. The grandmother was okay, not that good. I'm sorry for anyone that did like the grandmother. She just wasn't my personal thing for character. Although I do like her younger self. She was great in that sequence. But yeah. What else do I have to talk about? Oh yeah, the story. Great job. How they built everything up to make the family connect to grandma's premonition is wild, dude. Like, actually wild. The story is so good here. Dude, it's actually crazy how good the story is here. Like, all the Final Destination movies, there isn't really a lot of story to them. It's just teens surviving a car crash, a bridge falling over, a roller coaster, a plane, a raceway. There's really not a lot of stuff happening in the franchise other than death targeting some certain kids that cheated on his plans and managed to survive even though they were supposed to die. But Bloodlines really wants to make you feel like you're not watching Final Destination anymore. Like, they actually did work on this film. They actually cared about this film. Like, they put a lot of effort into the gore that was in the film. They put a lot of effort into the characters and their development over time. They put a lot of love into the kills as well. A lot of love into all the scenes, the sets, and overall just trying to make you feel like a happy person when you're walking out of this film. And a very emotional person. Because now we are going to get off into by far the saddest scene in movie history. You might want to grab some tissues for this one, but Tony Todd scene. This I'm still shocked on how absolutely sad this scene was. I'm still shocked on how amazing and compelling it was to the story and how Bloodworth had his ending. Um, so basically, his origin was he was actually on the premonition because this premonition did take place in the 60s. So the grandmother actually saved him, but then he died, or no, she died like days after, and then he was just like talking to them and stuff, telling them what to do, because he helped everyone, by the way. He helped Alex Browning, and then he helped all the other characters, which I bet no one really cares about except for Kimberly from the second one. You actually do want to care about her. The others suck, by the way, especially Final Destination 4. Yeah, no one wants you here, Final Destination 4. What are you doing? Get out of here. No one wants you there. Why are you even on the Final Destination franchise list? No one wants you there. It should be Final Destination, Final Destination 2, Final Destination 4, aka 5, and then Final Destination 5 should be Bloodlines. That's what it should be, because Final Destination, the Final Destination, was terrible if you compare it to all the other films. Back on track. The scene was so sad, and the story behind the scene is genuinely heartbreaking. As you all know, he did suffer from stomach cancer before passing away in mid-November. Rest in peace, Tony Todd. You will be missed. What a legend, by the way. I was going to beat him at Washington State HorrorCon, which is another reason why this scene specifically has a big stab on me, because I was going to meet him, but he... Oh, buddy. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so the ring light just fell. Don't mind that. I don't usually edit any of these videos now, especially after what happened with, cap cut and stuff. It kind of sucks nowadays. But anyways, back to the review. The directors, knew he was gonna die, but he was really excited for this film. So he really wanted to go all out, show everyone who Bloodworth is. And he even said at the end of the film, life is precious. And he just told everyone to make, of it while they still lived. And it's so heartbreaking that he had to say that. And the story behind what he said is even more heartbreaking. The directors told him to speak, or no, to make a speech about the words that he's always wanted to say to all of his fans, because he knew he wasn't going to be able to talk to any of them after Bloodlines was filmed. So he wanted to make this film special, really special. He wanted to make this scene special, and told what he would want to say to the fans as a goodbye. And now everyone's crying over that scene. It's crazy. Overall, rest in peace, Tony Todd. You're an absolute legend. We all love you. You're amazing. Nothing can stop you from being a horror legend. Thank you all for watching this review. I love the film. I gave it a solid 10 out of 10. I was not expecting that. For a 14-year wait for this movie, it was honestly astonishing how amazing this film was. Considering the previous film wasn't necessarily great, but overall, great movie. Keep up the work, New Line Cinema. That was astonishing. I can't wait for Final Destination 7. So thank you all for joining on. See ya.